Are you ready to feel inspired? Top motivational speaker Michael J. Fitt is coming to town to share his message of confidence and believing in yourself. You know, it's never too late to change your thoughts and the direction of your life. Here to explain how, we have Michael J. Fitt, top motivational speaker and a certified life, relationship, and dating coach, joining us now. Michael, thanks for your time.
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Oh, this is so exciting. I know you spread lots of good messages, but let's break it down. How did you first get into this realm of working and helping people?
Well, I first started with my own transformation process. I was at a point in my life where I wasn't positive. I wasn't really necessarily happy with who I was and how I was. So I began studying. I began posting videos actually on social media, and I was just doing that just because I was amped up and excited all of the time. And then it became apparent when people would reach out to me and ask me, hey, are you a speaker? Hey, are you a coach? And it's like, no, I'm just amped up all of the time.
Right.
And then that's when I actually started to pursue it, and the rest is history.
Oh, that's wonderful. So what does it mean to be a top motivational speaker?
So a top motivational speaker is an elite level speaker. Now, there's a lot of speakers who just focus on maybe their message or their content. What separates me from the other speakers is I actually give the value in the speech. I give the motivation. I speak with charisma, a lot of confidence, as well as I have more of a rhythmic pattern in my speaking to really elevate the entertainment.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people are in your position that you were, doubting themselves, unsure. What do you see when you visit and talk with people? What's the sickness out there with folks?
Oh, well, I see a lot of it is self-belief. They really don't believe in themselves, or they limit themselves. They really see what's out there, and they see maybe it's not achievable, so they don't even try. And that has a lot to do with your self-esteem. If an individual has a very high level of self-esteem, self-confidence, self-love, they're able to actually pursue their goals, their dreams, their passions, and get after it without being scared of any kind of failure or any setbacks. If you believe in yourself, you believe everything is possible.
And it's really true. If you think it, it can happen. But we're just so filled with negative thoughts all the time. But that's why I'm so happy that you're having a seminar, and it's a confidence seminar.
Yes.
When and where?
It's actually going right here in Fresno. It's tomorrow. It starts at 11 a.m. It's at Recovery Credit Repair, and it's going to be, tickets are only $12. You can get them on Eventbrite. And if you want to go, I would suggest getting your tickets now, because it is a private event and the seating is limited. So if you want to learn how to develop your confidence both inside and outside in your personal life and professional life, I would say go, because I'm not sure when I'll be back in Fresno.
Right, I know you're a busy man and very in demand. So talk about who would this be beneficial for? Who should come out tomorrow?
Well, anybody and everybody looking to elevate their confidence. Perhaps maybe if you have troubles with your communication on how to perceive your confidence, or maybe you're in sales, or if you're just in a lot of social situations where you kind of don't know what to do with your body. You don't know what to say, maybe the tone of your voice, whatever it is. If you're looking to elevate your confidence, both, like I said, in professional and personal life, you need to be there.
Oh, it's crucial. Okay, and talk about your work with Rethink Mental Health. As our audience knows, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I know you're very passionate about that. So talk about your work with Rethink.
Yeah, so I'm the official speaker for Rethink Mental Health, and that is a Las Vegas-based company, and we're a nonprofit organization. Now, our goal is to improve the way society views and treats mental health, so much to the point where it encourages individuals who are experiencing anything of that nature to speak up about it, to reach out and seek the professional help without the discrimination or harassment or judgment that comes with it. Now, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, but over here at Rethink, we are very much action-based. We want you to speak up and take action. If you feel like somebody might be going through something, reach out to them too. Try to help them out, as well as you think about it. We're in the gym every single day, we take care of our physical fitness every single day. But how about our mental health? What are we doing to stay fit mentally? So we highly encourage everybody to work on their mental health on a daily basis, as to where it's not just when some things aren't going right. Just do that every single day. Now, if you'd like, we're actively seeking donations. We're a nonprofit organization. You can go to rethinkstigma.org, make a donation of any amount. What that will do is it will empower us, give us more drive
Yeah.
and be able to do things for the community to empower those experiencing mental health issues.
That's wonderful. I know we have some video of you working with them, and you go to schools, you go to businesses. I mean, you are available to book and just pump people up, right?
Yes, yeah, you can book me through rethinkstigma.org, and you can just go through the schedule a speaker tab, or you can go to www.michaeljfit.com and book me there if it's something related to maybe business or some other kind of coaching services.
Oh, that's awesome. And then talk about your work as a certified coach, relationship, dating. Do you do private sessions as well?
Yes, that is what I do for the coaching. Now, there's life coaching, relationship coaching, and dating coaching that I offer. The life coaching I don't do it by the hour, because I really don't believe that in an hour you can really transform too much. So what's most important for me is that my clients get the results that they want.
Yeah.
With the life coaching, it's to ensure that you have an overall healthy, happy, fulfilled life. And with the relationship coaching, I coach couples on how to have the ideal relationship. Now, there's no such thing as the perfect relationship. However, there is the ideal relationship. So if you're not in an amazing relationship, I highly encourage you to reevaluate your relationship so you can have the ideal relationship, because it is attainable. And as well as the dating coaching, I teach a lot of social skills, how to become more attractive, how to attract those individuals who you would like in your dating life, in turn having a successful dating life and meeting the person that you really deserve.
Yes, wow. Well, let me tell you, life is tough. There's a lot of challenges out there, so it's never too late to get some help. MichaelJFit.com. Check him out on his website. And don't forget to buy those tickets on Eventbrite for your confidence seminar that's taking place tomorrow. That is just going to be super, and I know it's going to help a lot of folks out. Thank you so much, Michael, and best of luck on your journey.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.